Good morning, good evening, really good day. So this is the weekend reading. So I'm just going to do what I normally do and pull a little bit about our past. One more. Current energy. And future energy. I like the way that this is shaping up. So when I look here at the bottom of the deck, Page of Swords, this is all about clarity. So there's messages coming through, there's details that you're starting to pick up on. It feels a lot like an awareness of your entire surroundings. This seems to be seeing the big picture, but more and more clarity is coming in. And that's what this feels like. You thought you knew, and then with each passing day, you learn a little bit more. You see things a little bit more clearly. You didn't recognize how blurry maybe some of this was until now you're starting to see maybe the finer details of the entire situation. So I like the Page of Swords and the way that it's showing up, because this doesn't feel like it's negative information. It's more of like, oh, that's how it is. Okay, well, now that I know that, I'm going to maybe do something different. I'm going to use this information in a different way. And so it feels really productive in that sense. When I look at the past here, I'm getting the Wheel of Fortune, King of Swords, and the Nine of Wands. And so this Wheel of Fortune, King of Swords, and the Nine of Wands, this is a positive turn of events. That's what this is. This is good luck, good fortune, growth, expansion, Jupiter energy. Love to see this showing up here, especially with the King of Swords and the Nine of Wands. This indicates here some of the clarity that you've been getting, figuring out maybe where some of these blocks and barriers existed, because that Nine of Wands energy tells me that you've been keeping people at arm's length. And with that King of Swords, this information is becoming increasingly clear. These kind of blocks and barriers, these are things that were built over time. And so every time that you went through any kind of experience, you learned, and different things happened as a result of the experience. And what happened over a period of time, I'm getting 20 years, over a period of time, you started building up these kind of walls around you, kind of restricting yourself in some sort of way, but you didn't even realize you were doing it. And so what's been coming up and what's been happening here is all of those walls that we've built are becoming clear. All of the ways that we've kind of boxed ourselves in, it's becoming clear. And the minute it becomes clear, then it allows you to actually do something about it. And so this is part of all the clarity that you're getting now. It's part of the action that you're taking now. It's about breaking down these walls, breaking down these barriers. They weren't erected overnight. And so it's not going to come down immediately. It is going to take some time here. But it feels a lot like, I'm getting the words slow burn, but slow burn doesn't really feel applicable in this situation, although it might to somebody out there. It feels more like it's just taking time. It's not, there's no rush. There's things that need to happen and everything is going to happen. It's just a matter of you need to kind of break down those walls. And so when I look at the current energy here, I'm getting the Queen of Wands, the Hanged Man, and the Fool. And so with all of this clarity, this is helping you figure out what actions you need to take. I love the way that this is playing out. So with the Queen of Wands here, Queen of Wands, very action oriented, but the queens are more receptive to information. So any kind of action that you're taking, it's based on all of this new information that you're absorbing. Hanged Man, allowing yourself to see things from a different perspective. It's also about delays, but delays because you need to see the big picture. So it's not about taking some sort of impulsive action. It is about seeing everything holistically and then moving forward. And I like the way the Fool is showing up here, because what you're seeing right now and what you're learning is, what does this new beginning look like? Because it's not another chapter in the book. This is a brand new book. And so it's about, what do you need to do to embrace it? What do you need to let go of? What limitations and restrictions still exist that you need to kind of knock down on your own so that you can go after exactly what you want? When I look at the future energy here, I'm getting the Ten of Pentacles. Love to see that. the Eight of Pentacles, and then I have two cards showing up here. We have the King of Pentacles with the Ace of Cups. Really, really amazing energy. So the 10 of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles, it feels like there's been a breakthrough, that whatever information is coming through right now, this clarity feels a lot like a breakthrough. And so with the 10 of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles here, you're really figuring out your next steps. 8 of Pentacles, you already know what you need to do. It's just a matter of putting it into action, coming up with a strategy, putting a plan in place, and then implementing it. And that's what that 10 of Pentacles is. It's about your stability, your long-term fulfillment, your stability, all of these really positive things. And when I see the King of Pentacles showing up with the Ace of Cups, because we've got so much Pentacles energy, this is all about your stability, but it's going after exactly what you want here with that Ace of Cups energy. So this new beginning really is integrating kind of the 3D world that we've been living in and continue to live in. That's not going away, but it's taking all of these kind of tangible things and incorporating them into our lives in a more meaningful way, really kind of bringing in that heartfelt, emotional, spiritual element into the mix. And so it's not just about, okay, I'm just going to do this because this is the routine that I follow. It's about, okay, well, how do I grow and expand that? How do I get more out of that? How do I get more out of this 3D world? That's exactly what's happening right now. Let's get some additional details here. Tell me about the King of Swords. There's a lot of integration taking place right now. There's a lot of balancing happening within you. I'm getting a lot of kings, but also a lot of queens. This tells me that you're kind of working through everything internally to find your own inner balance. And if I wasn't getting it from just the amount of kings and queens out here, I'm getting it from these two. So clarifying that Wheel of Fortune is the Temperance card. Temperance is Sagittarius energy. Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius. This is all about balance, but it is connected to growth and expansion. And so what you were learning and what you have been learning over time is what exactly you need to do in order to grow and expand, because it's almost like you just kind of started bumping up against your own walls. I would say within the last year, it feels like you just kept going and you just kept going and you were trying to find a way to, how do I break free from this? How do I get myself out of this situation? How do I change my circumstances? And so the information that you're receiving, all of this clarity, all of this that's kind of coming into play now, it's helping you understand what you need to do. And it starts with you kind of grounding yourself in the moment to say, okay, I get it. I can't burst through them right now. They're too thick. I need to start chipping away at these walls. And so what's happening and what has been happening here in the past, we have the King of Swords with the Queen of Cups. So that clarity, that King of Swords, where you're taking in all the information, Queen of Cups, this is how you're breaking down your walls. You're focusing on yourself. You're prioritizing your own emotional needs. And this is what's allowing you to really understand just how, I want to say the word squishy. The walls are actually more sponge-like, the way that they're coming across. Like if you were to go up and kind of press on it the way that I'm seeing it, it's almost like your hand would bounce back. They're very spongy. And so this is where you're actually able to disintegrate these walls with your emotions by focusing on yourself and your own emotional balance. But what I'm also getting here with that King and the Queen, so there's the masculine feminine integration, but also your head and your heart. One, Queen of Heart, the masculine, it's all about the mind. And so this is really the integration of the two. It's getting everything into alignment. This has been, we're going through a period of stability, like where things are starting to click, and that's definitely showing up here in the cards. Clarifying the Nine of Wands is the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles does indicate that you already know what you need to do in order to break down your own walls. And because I can see this all showing up in the past energy, you've already started this process. This is not a new process that you're beginning. This is something that you've already started. Tell me about the Hanged Man. And the Fool. So clarifying the Queen of Wands, we have the Three of Pentacles. So all the action that you're taking right now is to build something new. Three of Pentacles is building something here with another person. So it feels a lot like the steps that you're taking. If you're not in some sort of union or partnership now, it's about putting yourself into a situation where you can learn to trust other people, rely on other people, get yourself into that situation, recognizing that there's a lot of strength in teamwork. Regardless of what that team is, there's a lot of strength in being able to rely on other people. It's not a weakness, it is a strength. I feel like I need to emphasize that. It really is a strength because you're not capable of doing everything on your own. And the hypothetical that I'm getting in my mind is like when you think back to kind of earlier times, you had married couples, you had people in different kind of work environments, people working in mines. You can't do everything. You couldn't be the person that went into the mine, excavated the coal or whatever it is, and then bringing out of the mine. There was a process that took place, and everybody had their role in the process. That's the kind of energy that I'm picking up here. But this Three of Pentacles, it's like everybody's got their role, they've got their strengths, and it's about you've got your strengths, other people have theirs. Their strengths might counteract your weaknesses, and this is where you can really build something solid together. I'm getting just a lot of trust. There's this need to trust other people in order to really open yourself up to this situation. Clarifying this Hanged Man here, we have the Three of Swords with the Ten of Cups. You're healing. The Hanged Man is showing you all of the ways that you are embarking on this new journey, everything that you need to do. What I love is that the cups here, because it's a 10, it's higher than the Three of Swords. So any kind of pain or heartache that happened in the past, you're finding a way to work through it. And it's about loving yourself. I'm getting this like strong unconditional love for yourself, forgiving yourself, allowing yourself to really grieve whatever happened in the past, but also feel like my life didn't end at that point. I still have so much more life to live. And so it's about embracing these kind of new opportunities, this like new zeal for life, this kind of hope and optimism that is right in front of you. And clarifying the Fool, we do have the Six of Swords. So this is movement. This is about going after this new beginning, really embracing it here. It feels like this is a destination. You are aiming for this. You want this new beginning. And so it's about embarking on this journey. You're not falling into this by accident. You're really aiming towards it. That's the energy that I'm picking up here. You really are embracing this. Eight of Pentacles. Clarifying the Ten of Pentacles here, we do have the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups, so this could indicate children, family, all of it. So if you are in this space right now of wanting to build a romantic type of relationship, this does indicate that you're moving in that direction, that this is what you want as part of your new journey. And everything that you're doing, all the decisions that you're making right now are lining you up for this type of future. If that is not your story, this is really about kind of enjoying the happier times. That Six of Cups is a card of nostalgia. So when you're thinking about your future, it's about finding happiness here. It's about rekindling with like a younger version of yourself, or kind of getting back into a place where you felt really good and optimistic about the future and how things were going to unfold. That's what you're doing here. I'm getting a lot of hope and a lot of optimism connected to this new beginning, this new book that we're all in. Clarifying the Eight of Pentacles here, I have the Five of Wands. What I love about this energy is the more that you see, you'll never unsee. And so as you're learning everything in this Hanged Man state, you're figuring out what do you need to do in order to move forward. This is really going to help you in the future. So when obstacles and challenges arise, because they will, they're just a normal part of life, you're going to know exactly what you need to do. You're going to recognize how significant is this or isn't it? And then what do I need to do in order to navigate this energy? Really move on from something here. You're not going to let yourself get hung up or create these kind of walls and barriers again to really trap yourself into a specific mindset or circumstance. You're not going to be interested in that at all. You're going to start to see things a lot earlier than what you did now, but it's because of all the information you're receiving now. And clarifying the King of Pentacles with the Ace of Cups here, I'm actually getting two different messages with the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords, when you think about the intent here, so if this is you, your intention is to focus on yourself. That's what this is all about. When it represents somebody else, they're focused on themselves. That person will lie, manipulate, or just deceive you in some sort of way in order to get what they want. It's because they're prioritizing their needs over yours. The way that this is showing up, I'm seeing it in both ways. You're prioritizing your own needs, but by focusing on your stability and your emotional growth and exactly what it is that you want to achieve in the future, with the Seven of Swords showing up, the Seven of Swords indicates here that anybody that tries to gaslight you or deceive you in some sort of way, you're going to see it a lot sooner. And it has everything to do with you're not willing to get caught up in any kind of old drama or old circumstances here. You're just not interested in any of that. Not at all. So this is the reading for Friday. Well, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the whole weekend. I know it goes live in my time zone Friday night. So I hope this resonates. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.